Alright, so this is my project. The title of it is Mass Shootings and Misogyny. Basically how misogyny and mass shootings are interlinked to one another and how mass shootings have drastically increased since specifically the Columbine massacre because of increased fame for these shooters, which is unfortunate, which is why I asked the question, does media coverage encourage mass shooters? Which is a valid question because obviously if something gets you to fame, people are going to be willing to work for it. The thing that drew me to this topic, honestly, I have been very interested in women's rights. I am an avid feminist, always have been since I was like 11, 10 years old. So, I mean, people have called me like a feminazi and stuff. That really never deterred me in any way because lots of people are always going to be mad about stuff like that. This product is very important to me and to others because stuff like this, in my opinion, isn't reported. Like things like, you can't really compare the two, but like anti-Semitism and racism, it's just expected in a sense. Just like at our school, how we celebrated Black History Month, but the principal did not say a word about women's history, which very sexist, but you know. So this is just to educate people. This project, I forgot to say this in the beginning, is a timeline of events dating from 1984 to just last year. Don't think we had a mass shooting this year. School's canceled, that's great. This product is just for anyone that's interested in this type of stuff. And even people that are, in my words, ignorant about it, because lots of people don't see misogyny as even an issue. People have called me a feminazi. Also, religion really can play a role into this because, in my opinion, people are really ignorant about how misogynistic religion is in itself. So, I mean, look at any religious text, look at any historical religious scholar talk about women as if they're inferior. They say it straight up, but we're not gonna talk about that. This product is effective because it shows a visual, creates an emotional argument. With this photo, hold on. Yeah. All right, that's the Dayton shooter. Dayton, Ohio, happened last year. That's him with his sister. He killed her because his hatred for women was so strong. These are all the Columbine victims. I included the saying, still remember today, because as a society, for human nature, we have a tendency to only remember the shooters, not any of the victims. If I asked you to name 5 victims of any tragedy, you probably couldn't unless you were directly connected to them. So yeah, that's why I included the victims. So yeah, I also used a logical way of showing this. I include statistics. Of the 13 mass shootings that have occurred in the U.S. just since 2015, 18% were motivated by racism, 15% by religious hatred, and 21% by misogyny. So even though it's not reported, it's the highest since 2015. Only since 2015. I also included a graph of mass shooters that are analyzed by experts, professionals. 86% of these shooters were have a domestic abuse history, 32% have a stalking history, and 50% of these shooters targeted women. So as you can see, even if you think this issue isn't very important to you, you could be the victim of a shooter. That sounds cynical, but I swear it's a probability.